Having one of those lazy nights where you don't feel like cooking but you still want quick and easy delicious meals for your family? Guess what? Me too. In today's What's for Dinner video, I'll be sharing with you 5 lazy meal ideas that will not disappoint you or your family. If you're new here, my name is Nathaly, and if you enjoy cooking, cleaning, and occasional home decor shopping, I really hope you can consider hitting that red subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you never miss any of my upcoming videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So without any further ado, let's just jump right in. Alright, so for today's dinner, I came back from a late run and I'm really not in the mood to cook much, but I do want a yummy dinner. So I picked this up from Sam's, the orange chicken. I'm gonna just put it in the oven, thaw the sauce, and then I'm gonna do some rice. And then these vegetables right here, I'm gonna make some veggie roll-ups with some lettuce and some imitation crab. I tried this at a friend's house and I was obsessed. So that's going to be dinner tonight. Okay, so I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees and I'm gonna start by putting this chicken here. So the way I'm gonna fix the rice is very different to what I usually do. I'm just gonna toss some in here, but I think it'll be enough for me and Luke for dinner tonight, about this much. I'm gonna take this to the sink and I'm gonna rinse it off a few times before putting it into my rice cooker. And that's it. No salt, no garlic salt, no nothing, but it will go very well with the chicken. All right, so I got my rice already rinsed and then I cover it with water just about this much. I don't know if you can see my knuckle or nickel. I cannot even remember the name of that, but it's not covering my entire finger, if that makes sense. So that's just right enough water. And then I'm gonna put it into my rice cooker, just like that. Cook and just let it do its thing until the light goes to warm, and then I'll know that the rice is ready. So the oven is preheated to 400 degrees and I'm gonna put a timer for 18 minutes, and that's how much it has to cook according to package instructions. So for my roll-ups, I have all my vegetables ready to go, ready to be chopped. I'm just gonna slice them really thin, and then I'm just going to make some like kind of tacos or roll-ups with the lettuce. And this is a lot of vegetables. We're probably not gonna be able to eat it all tonight, but whatever is left, I'm just gonna leave a crudité in my fridge so that I can just go ahead and eat it tomorrow. But anyways, I'm just gonna stop talking and get to work.
I'm out of reasons, I'm out of rhyme, but I'll only tell you that I'm out of time. I'm sick of love songs, I'm tired of this, and I wanna tell you straight just like it is. You're watching me like you want me, but you're still holding back, still holding back. Honestly, you're annoying me with the way that you keep playing. Show me your love like it is. Bend open my heart like you're fearless. Steal all the gold you can get, you can get. Show me your love, leave me breathless, breathless.
So instead of using the orange sauce, I'm gonna use this General sauce because we love it. So I'm just gonna toss it. Like, these look like nuggets and barbecue sauce, like a ton of it. But it doesn't taste like barbecue sauce. And I really hope that this brand is good, because the brands that we always like, I really cannot find in Texas. Only in Florida, and we went to Florida, but I didn't buy it. I forgot to buy it, and that was a complete fail of my end. Oh my God, this smells so good. All right, this is done. And then our rice is also done. And then I only have to do the veggie roll-ups and dinner will be ready. Okay, so for this, I have some lettuce here that I have washed. I'm gonna put a few carrots. a few cucumbers. I'm sorry, my phone is just going off right now. I have some peppers, cucumbers, and then I shredded the imitation crab. So, okay, let me grab something else to finish this off. So I'm gonna use some toothpicks and just close this up so that I can eat it just like if it was a taco. And here's the food. I have the chicken, the rice, and then my roll-ups. Luke didn't want any roll-ups, but anyways, I'm gonna try these and see if I like it, because like I said, I used something I was not supposed to use, which is the General sauce, but anyways, I'm gonna try it. This is so good. Oh my God. All right, that's dinner for tonight. Tonight for dinner, I'm pretty excited. We're gonna have people over, but Luke agreed to cook chicken thighs, which are so good. My favorite, actually. I actually like them better than the white meat. So he's gonna do a honey mustard chicken thigh recipe, and this is a recipe from, what was the name of the channel, baby?
Barbecue Pit Boys.
Barbecue Pit Boys. He asked me if I wanted to eat that, and he showed me the recipe. I didn't even have to look on the video for 5 minutes, and I was like, yes, I want to do that. So I'm going to show you what he's doing. I'm not the one cooking tonight. Well, maybe I'll do one of the side dishes, but he's going to start marinating the chicken. It's actually really early. It's like, what, baby, 1 p.m., 2 p.m.? He's going to marinate the chicken until tonight that we cook it. So let me show you what he's doing. Okay, so this is the bowl where he's prepping the marinade, and I think he has equal parts of honey and equal parts of mustard and a ton of garlic, because
6 garlic cloves.
Yes, because we need a lot of garlic. If you ask me, to me, the more the better when it comes to garlic. And then what are you gonna add in there, baby?
Some red chili flakes, some sea salt.
So he's gonna, about how many teaspoons or tablespoons?
Well, 1 tablespoon sea salt, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika.
Putting it in there.
1 tablespoon of black pepper.
Yep.
And a little bit of soy sauce.
Like real soy sauce, because I usually only use cocoa aminos, but we're gonna use the real thing. I mean, whenever you cannot open it, of course you always use your teeth, but that's okay. It's just food for us, so it's gonna be okay. And I mean, the heat will kill everything. So he added that in there, and then he's gonna, what are you gonna do next, baby?
Mix that up and then add it to the chicken.
And just let it marinate. I can tell the smell. Oh my word. It smells so good. Look at that. And I know it seems like a lot of mustard, but I think the honey will balance out the flavor. Oh my God, the smell is surreal.
I'm using a fork to kind of puncture the chicken thighs, as well as get it all inside this marinade. Try to get every piece covered.
Oh my God. So that goes into the fridge until it's ready to cook, right?
Yep, for about 3 or 4 hours.
You're not gonna do anything extra to it?
Nope.
Okay. So into the fridge it goes. Ignore my messy pantry, my goodness. It's a lot later. Ignore the dirty dishes. I have to clean everything, but I want to get the potatoes in the oven for tonight, so I'm just gonna slice them into like chips and put them in the oven with a bunch of seasonings. This is Luke's way of fixing potatoes, but I promised I was gonna do them like he wanted them today, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you everything that I'm gonna use in just a second. Okay, so I have the largest cookie sheet lined with foil, and I'm just gonna add some cooking spray. This is actually olive oil, and you could totally use regular olive oil. I just don't want to spread it. I'm just gonna lay my potatoes flat, and then after that I'm just gonna put some oils and some seasonings, and I'll show you what it is that I'm using. Okay, so I have all my potatoes spreaded, and I probably could spread them a little bit more because there's still space in the pan, but that's okay. So I'm just gonna grab some olive oil and just generously put a lot on top of the potatoes because you don't want these to go dry. So you want all of them to be coated. You can definitely mix them in a Ziploc bag with some olive oil and all the seasonings beforehand, but I'm just too lazy to do that right now. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Once you have enough olive oil in there, then you're gonna add some salt. I'm gonna use some garlic salt because my husband picked up another one of these when we had this one already in our seasoning cabinet, so this needs to get used. So I'm gonna use a lot because potatoes can take a lot of salt, and garlic goes really well with potatoes as well. So don't be afraid with salt and potatoes. The next thing that I'm gonna use is black pepper. Again, a lot, depending on how much of a kick do you want in your potatoes. We like it with a kick, so I'm gonna be very generous. And then the last thing is going to be Italian seasonings. This is the great combo for baked potatoes, and again, I'm gonna be super generous with this all over my potatoes. Once I have my potatoes that they look kind of like this, they're gonna go into the oven for 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, or until they get soft on the inside and kind of crispy and gold on the outer parts, which is what we're looking for in here. So I'm gonna take this to the oven. So in here, Luca's doing the jalapeno poppers. So any specific thing you're doing in the grill?
Try to keep them low heat, away from the fire, even though the fat from the bacon is going to cause the fire to spring up. Got to keep them as much indirect heat as possible.
All right. So then in a minute he'll toss in the chicken in the grill. The potatoes are in the oven, and we should be ready to eat soon. I know what you're thinking. You're probably saying that this is not a lazy meal, but it is for me and Luke since we love to cook, but we wanted to keep it easy on this day. We still wanted to give our friends delicious food and just not have that much effort since we've had quite a busy week. So we just grabbed some ready to go jalapeno poppers from the store, and this chicken, you guys, was so delicious. It was a 10 out of 10. The potatoes also turned out good, and our friends really enjoyed the food, which was the most important thing. For dinner tonight, I am tossing something really quick, and I also want to get rid of a few things that I have in my fridge. So pasta it is. I have some spaghetti. I have 2 jars of pasta sauce that I have unfinished in my fridge, so it's time to finish them up. I have some pre-cut onions that Luke bought the other day. He didn't finish them all. I have some mascarpone cheese. This was given to me by my mother-in-law when we were in Florida. She bought it to make a dessert that I really like, and then she had 2 things of mascarpone cheese left over that she sent with me in our cooler to Texas. And when I arrived, I was like, I cannot believe she put these there, but now I have to find a use for them. So I figured, you know what? Why should I not use them in pasta? It's Italian, and it's gonna be creamy, and it's gonna be delicious. So for the protein, I was gonna use ground beef, but Luke requested sausages, so I have some brats. And I also have some garlic for some flavor, and Parmesan cheese for some more flavor. This is going to be super easy. It's also super late right now, 7:22, because hey, I'm a mess today. I finished my workout super late, and this is the time of the day where I'm cooking dinner, so I really hope I can have this all together in like 15 minutes, hopefully. Or less, I don't know. Or more, I don't know. So I have my pasta water here heating up. The secret for pasta to be made quick is to start with hot water. So I just wait until the water from the sink gets hot, and so I start with that kind of water instead of cold water, because that's gonna take so much longer to make. So for the sauce concoction, I'm gonna start with some oil. I'm using avocado oil for no particular reason. I really shouldn't use much, but oh well, because the sausage has already a lot of fat in it. If I see that it's too much, then I'll go ahead and drain that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the sausage from the casing, and I'm not gonna use all the sausages. I'm gonna leave the half, at least 3 of them, for another meal. I don't know if I should use 2 or 3. Probably just gonna use only 2 so that I can use the other 3 for the other meal. The first thing I'm gonna add is, this is not fully cooked, but it's okay. I'm gonna start by adding my onions, and I'm gonna add all that I have here. This is probably like, what, half an onion? I'm gonna go ahead and add all of it, just to use it up. The next thing I'm gonna do is add a couple of cloves of garlic, and if you don't like chopping or mincing garlic, you just need one of these in your life. You just put your garlic clove in there and just smash it, and boom, you have minced garlic, and it's fresh and it's delicious, and it's way better than what you can buy in a jar. I mean, if you buy it in a jar, it's okay, you do you, whatever works for you. But if you like fresh garlic, if you prefer fresh garlic, this is the easiest alternative. You never have to chop anything, you just put it there and it's minced. So this smells amazing, and this is a time where we're gonna add our seasonings, which for this I'm gonna be very simple: salt, pepper, and Italian seasonings. In fact, if your sauce has like basil or something like mine has, it's not necessary to have the Italian seasoning, but I'm not gonna say no to extra flavor, so I am gonna add it. I have my salt, pepper, not much, Italian sausage, and then I'm also gonna add a few pepper flakes because we do like it a little bit spicy. Generally I would use spicy sausage, but we had sweet brats in the fridge, so that's what I decided to use today. About that much is enough. I'm gonna mix it very well and make sure everything is very well incorporated. So as you can see, it's boiling already, and I'm gonna go in with some salt. It has to be, at least the experts say that your pasta water needs to be as salty as the sea. So don't be afraid, you're not gonna have your pasta salty. Just add a lot of salt, because it's what's gonna give flavor to your noodles ultimately. So once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and add my spaghetti. This is about how much spaghetti I'm gonna use, and you don't need to break this. You can just put it like that. You can lay it, and it's going to do its thing. It's going to cook evenly, I promise. You don't have to break it. But I'm just gonna let it sit there, and I'll show you how it will all fall into the same pot. But this will take around 12 minutes to cook, so I'm gonna put my timer in my microwave so that I don't forget to check on my pasta when it's time. I mean, of course, I could use a bigger pot for this, but I'm too lazy to wash it afterwards, so I'm just going to go with a small one, and it works. So that's what I'm going to use. And as you can see, all the pasta became more flexible, and now it's able to go in there. Like I said, it's going to cook evenly. There's no need to break it. So we're just going to let it cook for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and my sauce, everything that I have left. I'm not measuring anything. This is all eyeballed, basically. That's how I cook, you guys. That's how my mom cooks. And what can I tell you? It's just an ability. If you want, you can add some water. I'm gonna add some water here so that I don't waste any of the sauce that is stuck to the walls of the jar. So it's time that I think it's appropriate to add the mascarpone cheese. So I'm gonna go in with the entire jar, and I really hope this works out, because this is really thick. You know, I have no idea how's this gonna come out. Let's pray for the best though. Well, it's kind of melting, so I'm just gonna let it do its thing. You can see this is actually melting. It's working out, thank God. I think we still have some time, 3 more minutes until the pasta's ready. And oh my God, this already looks so delicious. Look at that pink color. Here are our plates already plated. That's Luke, that's mine, and then a salad for me. Only for me because my husband doesn't eat salads. He's so boring. I'm just kidding. And then this is the first time I'm not adding Parmesan cheese to a pasta dish, but I don't think it needs it. So we're just gonna leave it like that, and we're gonna try it and see how we like it. This meal took me a total of 20 minutes to put together, very few ingredients, yet it was so delicious. The mascarpone cheese took it to the next level. It was like a shortcut for bechamel sauce. If you ever had it in your pasta, it is so, so good. Luke did not leave anything in his plate, and I'm seeing this footage and I'm so hungry right now, and this is really not helping me. But it was good. Overall, it was a good invention. Different day, same sweater. Don't worry, I washed it. But tonight for dinner, I had a few leftover Italian sausages from yesterday, so I figured I needed a new recipe because I'm tired of eating sausages all the same way all the time, which is either in pasta or in a sheet pan with a bunch of vegetables, or sausage with onions and peppers. That's all we do with sausage. So I went on a hunt for a new recipe, and this is what I came up with. It looks really easy. It's called Italian sausage crescent braid, and it looks delicious. I have majority of the ingredients, and I have a few sausages that I need to use up, so that's what's going to be for dinner tonight. So here are the vegetables that we're going to be using today. I have 1 onion. I'm gonna chop probably a quarter of that. I have some peppers that we have already chopped. Luke picked this up from the store and they need to get used. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish that up. Some mushrooms and then some garlic, and I'm gonna saute them all up with my Italian sausage, and that's going to be the filling for my crescent roll braid.
Don't talk about it like you're crazy. You know damn well I can't replace you. Just say what you mean. Don't waste your time being mad at me. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. And you'll get what you need. Get what you need. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you. The way you look at me is absent. It's like you're walking through a labyrinth. Just say what's going on. Don't waste your time being all alone. Say what you mean. Say what you mean. And you'll get what you need. Get what you need. What I do is try to give you more than words. When I say I quit, it's only cause it hurts. We got places we can go to figure out what we've done, what we need, what to do. Yeah, I got you.
I think my sausage and mixture, it's already cooked. There's nothing too specific about it. You just saute everything together. I added some salt and pepper. I'm not even following the recipe. I guess I am, but at the same time I'm not. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna grease my cookie sheet that I have lined with some aluminum foil for easy cleanup. And then I'm gonna start working with my crescent rolls, which, oh my word, I always have the hardest time opening these cans. Ooh, oh my god, it scared me. Well, you know, this is the part where I probably should have read the recipe because I really don't know how's this gonna work. So I'm gonna add some mozzarella cheese. Oh, I'm also adding Parmesan cheese for more flavor. And this is the part where it's supposed to be a braid. So we're gonna like cross every single one of these ends. And look at that, it looks so pretty. Now, I'm supposed to do an egg wash. Should I do an egg wash? Should I not? I mean, who has time for that? I am gonna fix some broccoli on the side to eat some vegetables with this and then stick it in the oven for around, I don't know, maybe 9 to 12 minutes, which is what the package for the crescent rolls indicate. So that's what I'm gonna do. This looks so good and it smells so delicious. I had to cover it with some more thin foil because it was gonna burn if I didn't do so, and I really didn't want the outer part to be too golden brown or too burnt and then the inside not cooked enough. You see, it really didn't even need an egg wash. Maybe the experts are gonna tell me like, oh, you didn't need it, but I don't care. It looks good. The broccoli looks cooked and I cannot wait to try this. All right, so here's my plate. And I let this cool off a little bit because I didn't want to burn my mouth, but I'm gonna try it and see. Oh my god. I mean, is there something you can put inside these crescent rolls and not taste good? I don't know. I don't think so. This recipe, super good. You have to try it, and I'm definitely going to link it down below so that you can see the original one and so that we can give credits to the author or whoever invented this recipe. So yeah, finally got my life together today, and it's 5 p.m. and I'm gonna start cooking dinner. And I actually thought some chicken, which, like I said, I had my life together today, and I'm going to make a mix that I love to do on chicken. I'm gonna be working with chicken thighs today. I'm gonna put that in the oven with some vegetables and doing some rice on the side, and I'll show you everything. It's going to be super easy to fix, super delicious, and ingredients that you already probably have. So let's go and jump right in. To start here, I have some asparagus, which are going to be some of the vegetables that I'm going to add into my chicken, along with some mushrooms. But as you can see, my asparagus, the tip is really mushy. I wish my camera would focus. Anyways, it won't focus, but the tip is really mushy and it kind of stinks. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. You can still eat the rest of the part, and we don't want the asparagus to go to waste only because the tip is mushy. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. It's very important that you get rid of this part right here, this white part right here. That's like impossible to chew. There's no way or no need for you to leave that there. So I just like to cut it. It even is hard for the knife to cut through it. You really don't need to serve it in your plate, if that makes sense. All right, so now that I have all my asparagus cleaned up, I'm gonna go ahead and chop them in like 4 pieces, or bite-sized pieces if you will, so that I can just toss them in a casserole dish with my chicken. This is not gonna be a casserole dish, but I'm gonna fix it in a casserole pan, if that makes sense. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna work on is going to be the sauce that's going to be, or go on top of all the ingredients that I was prepping, which is basically only the asparagus, but anyways, I'm gonna show you really quick. So I'm gonna use some Olive Garden Italian dressing for the salads. This has amazing flavor, but we're gonna enhance it a little bit more with a few extra ingredients. I'm gonna add some crushed garlic. I have this back from Sam's. It's awesome. I love it. I mean, if you have a Sam's or Costco membership and you cook with a lot of garlic, this is a very good investment. I have some honey. This one is almost gone. I have another one right here. So I'm gonna use honey for that, and also the juice on 1 lemon. I'm not gonna measure anything. I'm gonna eyeball everything. So hopefully that works for you, but I'll try to be accurate and give you some more measurements down in the description box in case you need an extra guidance. But if you do feel comfortable eyeballing it, then by all means go ahead and do it. It's your kitchen. Who has time to go and measure honey and Olive Garden Italian dressing? Like, come on. And this is how my mix should look like. I don't know if it's focusing. I can't see from here. I need my glasses, but I'm gonna set this on the side, try to organize my station right here, and come up with my chicken. All right, so I have my chicken here, and I have my vegetables, so not much to explain. Just add them all into your dish. And once you have that, then we'll add our sauce. This is pretty much done, and I'm just gonna put it in the oven, 350 degrees. I'll probably just leave it for 25 minutes, 30 minutes, until the chicken is ready, I guess. And then I'm gonna fix my side, which is probably gonna be rice, because we already had pasta this week. You can have pasta with this, it'll be delicious. You can have potatoes, but I'm kind of digging the rice today. So that's what I'm gonna fix. This actually spent 35 minutes in the oven, and I did cover it with aluminum foil so that it cooked all the way through, and it looks delicious. But the most important thing is the smell. This combination always creates the most divine smell around your kitchen. I'm not even kidding. And so in here I also have some rice, just regular rice. If you don't know how to make rice, it's just 1 part of rice, 2 parts of water, and your favorite type of seasonings. Well, only salt, but I use garlic salt. I prefer it when I'm making this kind of rice, which is different than the other kind of rice that you already saw me fixing in this video, which was Asian rice. That's different. This is just my traditional rice right here, and I'm just waiting for the husband to come out so that we can have dinner. This was indeed a very, very long video, but I really hope you have enjoyed and grabbed new ideas for when you're not feeling like cooking. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. But do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary.